What is Reconciliation Week? And what can it tell us about our next referendum? Kaya from Wajak Land. I'm Theo, and today on Voice Watch, it's time for a history lesson. You may notice some dates on our calendar this week, specifically Sorry Day on May 26th and Reconciliation Week, which runs from May 27th to June 3rd. Here's what they mean. Sorry Day marks the tabling of the Bringing Them Home report on the stolen generations into Parliament. May 27th, 1967 is when 90% of Australians voted to allow first Australians to be included in the census and allowed the federal government to make laws on their behalf. And June 3rd marks the 1992 Mabo decision, where the High Court first established native title rights. For the first time in Australian law, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples were recognised as the traditional owners and custodians of the land we now call Australia, overturning terra nullius. You might be wondering, why am I telling you about events that happened decades ago? The answer is this: we have to remember our history. As Reconciliation Australia have said, we cannot begin to fix the problems of the present without accepting the truth of our history. We must remember that Aboriginal peoples were not counted as equals before 1967. And before 1992, Australia perpetuated the lie that this continent was uninhabited before the British were around. So we observe National Reconciliation Week as a way to tackle the unfinished business of reconciliation. We recognise our history, the good and the bad, the horrors inflicted on the stolen generations, but also the resilience of the oldest surviving cultures on the planet. And when we see that Australia has taken steps in 1967 and 1992 to right the wrongs of the past, we know we can do it again. And also, we have one more event to remember. On May 26, 2017, in the centre of this continent, 250 First Nations representatives unveiled the Uluru Statement from the Heart, a call for voice, treaty and truth. Their first ask is a voice to Parliament, a representative advisory body in our Constitution, which is what the 2023 referendum hopes to achieve. I encourage you to read the whole statement, but here's how it finishes. In 1967, we were counted. In 2017, we seek to be heard. We invite you to walk with us in a movement of the Australian people for a better future. We have unfinished business. It's time to start listening. It's time to take the invitation to walk together. It's time for a better future. That's why I'm voting yes.